Emily, very good to have you back on here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Happy to be here.
How have you been just in general?
I've been doing well, just working a lot, and our album is coming out very soon. So we've been doing so much in preparation and just trying to soak in this very special time right before we get to share it with everyone. And it's been pretty well. It's been a really nice summer in New York. It's been beautiful weather and been enjoying spending time outside. Went to Rockaway Beach for the first time this summer. That was
Ooh.
really fun.
There's a lot of carnival games and such over there, correct? There's like a boardwalk that they have this sort of things
Oh, at
on.
Coney Island?
But maybe that's what I'm thinking of and
Yeah,
not
I love Coney
Rockaway.
Island. Yes, they
Okay. Well, we're
do.
not
They
we're
have
not even talking about Coney Island, so I just screwed
Coney
up there.
Island.
I
It's amazing.
Please just don't yell at me, Emily, okay?
It's
I
okay. I'll
understand.
stop yelling. No problem. I'll contain my anger.
I
Yeah,
mean, at least just barely, please. I mean, just a little bit
sure.
down.
Yeah, Coney Island is great. I went there this summer too, a few times this year, and it's so classic. It's a really fun place to go and visually really fun to look at. There's a lot of really cool design and like cool rides and yeah, really nice place to go.
I know that you're on the tourist board for that, so that's good that we got that out of the way now, because I know that
Yeah.
legally we have to mention it. So
Yes, that is part of my job is to spread the word about Coney Island.
I think you're doing a good job at it. Now you do you own a car over there or no car over there?
Actually, I do have a truck, and it's my dad's truck, technically, that we got when I was 2 years old. So it's a very old Toyota 4Runner, and it's like a 90s, late 90s era. And it has almost 500,000 miles on it. So it's been through a lot. But somehow it's still running because my dad's maintained it very well and he's kind of like given me the rundown of what to do. But it was just kind of he has another car, so he was just like, "Oh, it might be nice for you to have it." And then like especially when we do like band stuff, it's really helpful to have a car to do stuff with our gear and just makes it easier to get around. I don't really go into the city much because that's a little bit of a hassle. And there's also a new tax, I think, on going in. But having in Brooklyn, like having it in Brooklyn is really convenient, but also hard to park
Yeah, I was gonna
sometimes.
say, what's the parking situation like? Because when I visit, I go, where would I park a vehicle? This is just insane.
Yeah, it's tricky. I mean, and especially because this truck that I have is it's kind of I mean, it's just like a truck where there's not any of the new technology, which is kind of good because it just teaches you have to learn how to parallel park, which I'm still not well versed with at all. So sometimes it takes me a long time. But you just have to kind of be strategic about when the street sweeping is happening and like know where there's some streets that are maybe a little bit wider that have more parking. It's just kind of like knowing your neighborhood, which I'm still figuring out. But yeah, it's I've been keeping the truck at Ava's grandfather's house for a while because he lives kind of near upstate New York, so we kind of have kept it there and then used it for band stuff. So it's kind of just, it's nice to have an old kind of vehicle around to help out, but you can get by here very nicely without one, perhaps easier without one.
I think I'm gonna rent a car next time in the middle of Manhattan and just see what happens there.
Oh gosh. Oh no, people get so mad for no reason
Of
over
course.
there.
Well, I mean, but that's everywhere on the road, though.
That's true.
That's
It's
yeah.
just a stressful place to
Yeah. Did you get
everywhere
your
to drive.
license out here in California?
I did.
Okay. Okay. And then you said I'm gonna take this to New York. And
Yes, and yeah, it's a whole different situation over here. California driving is its own thing, but I feel like because I kind of grew up doing that, it was a little bit easier. And then here, I just feel like the traffic goes very slowly, but things are so narrow that it's like you have to really be careful not to hit things wherever you're going.
that does seem like a key aspect of that.
Yes,
I
yeah.
don't think that you're lying so far. I mean, I've only detected like two lies since we started, so it's not bad. Aside from going to the beach and driving around and hitting people in your Forerunner, yeah, you're
Yeah.
working on the new album. New
Yes,
album,
yes.
it's coming out soon.
It is coming out September 5th.
September 5th. That's a good, well, technically that's today.
I'm feeling very happy about it. It's been a long time in the making. It's been a real amazing journey with me and my bandmates. It's been something we've put so much of our hearts and souls and time into. So it feels like a really big milestone to be releasing it and sharing it with people who would like to listen.
You had a hand in this from start to finish, right?
Of
As,
course, yeah. Mhm.
as opposed to the first one that you played a little bit on
Yes.
here and there. Okay. How
Mhm,
was
mhm.
how was that kind of different for you? I mean, I'm assuming it was majorly different, but
Yeah, it was very different. And I think what really has made this a strong album is that we had so much time really developing as a band together in person. So we were able to really delve into our friendships and the time we spent together and also just play so many shows and take time to write the songs and live with the songs from the old album. And yeah, there's just been a lot of development through the time that the first album was released until now. There's just been so much has happened to all of us personally in our lives and just musically, and so much change that we've gone through together. But we definitely all were super involved together with this. It was very collaborative and very all-encompassing for a while, but very different from the first album for sure. But I think that was a great stepping stone to where we are now as a band, that first
yeah.
album.
Was the shift intentional, or did it just happen over time of the three of you just playing together constantly and kind of hashing out these old songs and bringing it in some new ones?
Yeah, it was very much all of us being on the same page about what we wanted and always talking with each other, communicating a lot because with bands, that's so important to be on the same page about what you want and what your vision is, and really just keeping that line of communication open, I think, and just enjoying our lives together, just like really taking our experiences that we've had and putting them into songs and being as true to ourselves as we possibly can be. And yeah, it was almost not, I wouldn't say it was intentional per se, but I guess we all did have the same intent of like, we want to make something really good. And then it just kind of came together and yeah, we've grown closer and it's been a really amazing thing to look back on now that the marker is coming up of the album coming out. We can kind of look back and see all the things that have happened since the last one. It really is a milestone. But yeah.
Okay. I
Mhm.
like that answer. That was a good one, Emily.
Thanks.
I thank you for reading the script on that one verbatim.
I got it right here. I
I
mean,
know, I know,
yeah.
I spent a lot of time drafting that thing.
Yeah,
Um,
many pages long. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and then I'm gonna fax you over for the stuff for Patreon, and we'll get that underway.
Yes. Yes, my fax machine right over there. Yeah.
Right, right, and I mean, if you could turn it down because it's kind of bleeding into the
Okay.
sound.
Let me turn that down.
Did the three of you mostly work on this together? Just the three of you?
Yes, yes, it was different for each song, but for the most part, it would be us three working on the lyrics together. We would meet at Ava's house a lot of the time and go in her room, and we all had our own little corners in her room and our notebooks, and we would work on the lyrics together, kind of try things and try to find like the main ideas of the songs. And that was a lot of the collaboration process was just us three together writing. And some of the songs were brought in, kind of like pieces were brought in by one of us. Ava was very pivotal in us kind of finding our way. She's a really great leader, like great organizer, and she also has such a great vision for the visuals of the album, and she's a great artist. So that's a huge part of this album is the visual aspect. So she definitely took the lead in that aspect. But yeah, I think for a lot of the songs, it was great to find our strengths being compatible together, like what we each were good at, and also building on those things and kind of giving each other feedback and really committing to this whole thing together. We also, when we were really trying to work on our live performance, talked about how we were doing Tchotchke boot camp. So we would just like get together for days at a time and just like, spend the whole day drilling stuff, like seeing where we could get things more polished. And yeah, yeah, many different aspects of it. We were just like the three of us, all. And then the production of the album, of course, with Brian and Michael, because they produced this album as they did the last one, but it was much less involved compared to the last one, even though they did really bring so much to it, like their skills and their guidance was, yeah, irreplaceable. I mean, it's really special to have had their guidance with the whole thing. But they are very busy too, so it was kind of like we had to work with their schedule too and just kind of like do what we could with the time. So it was much more like we had everything ready to go, and then they they met us where we were and helped us bring everything to life. So
I mean, you went to boot camp for a reason, right?
yeah, yeah, we did. Yeah, I mean, we're still working on it too. I feel like I mean, I definitely have so much I want to improve on, and we all just like want to keep getting better and all of that. But it helped to have all that time working together and just really putting in our hours playing as a band.
Yeah, I like it. I like it, Emily. So far, so great. Uh, do you enjoy the process of getting into the studio and preparing these songs to get them down on a recording? Do you enjoy that process specifically?
Yes, I do. I feel like the times before we would record, I would feel a little bit nervous because you kind of have all this anticipation. You're like, oh my gosh, we're really going to do it. And because the album was recorded on tape, there is this element of immediacy where you really want to get it right and perform to your best capability while you're there. And I really feel grateful that we have been able to record that way because it is so different from digital recording. I feel like it really takes you to another place because there's like the smell of the tape when it's like turning, and then there's like the sound of it and the machine is all lit up, and then like we're all in there together, and Michael or Brian is at the board and they're like setting up the cables. I don't even know where the cables are going to. Like I don't know how they like I tried to kind of learn a little bit of what they were doing with recording that way, but it's still pretty foreign to me, like the actual details of how all that works. Like I know there's like patch bays and all this stuff, but I still, I don't know that much about that.
Well, I mean, you got the lingo. I mean, that was pretty good. Patch Bay's
Oh,
pretty
thanks.
good. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know
I
some about recording, but to that
I
level
feel like
with
you know more than you're letting
analog.
us on, but that's okay. That's all
Oh,
right, Emily.
no. I
So
mean, yeah, but it's,
you're an
yeah,
audio engineer. You're a studio engineer. You're an audio engineer. You're a jack of all trades.
sure, we can keep adding to the dishonesty.
Uh,
I mean, I know
Baker,
one
debunk.
recipe that I have like carried with me my whole life, and I feel like a lot of people that know me know about it, but I'm not a baker,
Well, could you let us
but
in
I
on the
can tell you.
recipe?
Well, I have this. I did not come up with this, but it's called breakfast cookies, or the kids that I nanny. I'm a nanny part-time, so I take care of two girls, and they call them healthy cookies because they're made with like bananas. So I have like a really simple recipe for them, and I've made them for a lot of my friends, and the kids I take care of like them a lot, even though they are kind of on the healthy side, but they um they wrote down the recipe and they like make them now, so I'm really happy they can do that.
They
Uh,
stole your recipe. That's what you're
yeah,
telling me.
they did.
Oh,
But they call it like Emily's healthy cookies. So they give me credit. They have like a little sheet that they like wrote it out and like drew little cookies on it. It's cute. So they say Emily's healthy cookies on it.
I mean, that's the least that they could
On
do after stealing a recipe like that.
it.
Do you have anything else that you make or bake on a
Mm,
kind of semi-regular basis?
gosh, I think that's like the thing that I've always really liked to bake. Hmm.
What about just like
Salmon
in
is
a
nice, like fish. That can be good.
just salmon? You're doing salmon? Just salmon though, not tuna, not anything else.
Oh, yes, I mainly salmon with like some herbs on it. Yeah, I do like that.
All right.
Pretty cool to do. That's a
I knew you were a chef. I knew it. I knew my sources were correct in that. So I'm glad that we're clearing it up now.
That's good for sure. Yeah, now we all know,
Yeah.
including me. Yeah.
Now just going back to music for brief second here.
Mhm.
Um, was there a demo process or just kind of recording a rough idea at least of what you guys were
Yes,
working on through the before getting to the studio?
there was. Yes, there was a demo for pretty much, yeah, for every song, even if it was like more of a voice memo, but a lot of them we did on GarageBand and like recorded the harmonies on there and just had them ready to go when we went into the studio. So those were all pre pre-done, pre-made before we went in, and definitely like touches were added to them and the special details and stuff like that. And some things like strings were added and things that we didn't really include with the demo, but the structures of the songs, the lyrics, and all of that, and the arrangements were done before going in to record them for the most part.
At what point do you kind of know the song itself, like how to play your part in it? Does that take a while to be like, okay, I understand like this chord comes here and then there's a break or whatever it may be? Does that come after just kind of hashing it out?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like just knowing what my part is
Hmm.
on guitar or
Yeah.
yeah, I think that a lot of the songs were I mean, it's yeah, it's kind of like we just have to try the things out like the after we have like the piano because Ava's really good on piano. She does a lot of writing with piano and just kind of seeing what works with it and seeing what is the bass doing and like how can I complement the other instruments. So I think it is kind of like once the structure of the song is completed and the lyrics and all those things that make the bones of it, then I just try to see what's gonna lend to the song the best. And luckily with some of these songs I was able to have a solo. So that was really fun to I feel like that's one of my favorite things is just having like a little space to write a solo. Like the Poor Girl solo was really fun to come up with and that's always fun to like be given that little little pocket there to be creative with and like try and kind of see what the girls think and yeah, we did some cool experimenting with pedals when we were recording some of the solos. I think I don't know if it was Brian or Michael's pedal, but they had like a wah pedal, so we were kind of like putting at different angles and seeing how the tone sounded with the solo or with the guitar throughout the song. So that was fun to get to experiment with.
When did this band start working on this new album? When did this sort of the wheels start turning on this?
Well, the first song that I think kind of marked our like beginning of the journey for this album was Did You Hear? That song, which consequently became our first single that we released for this album. That was the first song that we kind of looked at and tried to piece together. That one took a while to especially find the message that we wanted to portray with it and kind of just like the overall idea. And I just remember like for some reason in my mind, I picture like Anastasia was standing by the heater and it was really cold and we were trying to like first work on this song and it was like, oh my gosh, like we want to write the album like and this is the first one, like, oh my gosh, like it's the beginning of it. And I just remember it was like winter and very cold. And then it wasn't until like more than a year later, like after another winter had passed, and then we were like recording it again. So it was just I like look back and think of that day when we were kind of writing that song and it was cold and we were all dressed in our winter wear and trying to piece that song together. So that
Wow.
was like the beginning of it.
That's so interesting that you have like a visual component to the beginning of
Yeah,
this
yeah,
album.
I totally remember what that was like, and I just remember like shivering a little bit because it was cold. Cold here.
Do you ever build out ideas in terms of if you have an idea that you want to incorporate into a song perhaps and just think about okay, like what could the bass be doing in here and what could the drums be doing potentially?
So for bass and drums specifically, I really don't touch those, and I don't think I musically think as much in those terms, so I haven't really suggested that much in that way, and also just because that's Ava, she can write some awesome bass lines, and Anastasia has the drums down, so I kind of let them take their lead with that. I guess I do kind of just stay in the lane of like if there's a vocal melody I can help with, or like lyrics. I love writing lyrics. I feel like that's one of my favorite things to do. And then guitar, like I feel like yeah, I've kind of found my yeah, that's kind of my place in it. And Ava's been very good at arranging stuff for the songs, and like I feel like this album really brought out a lot of new skills in us that we didn't really tap into before. And it's really been great to see Anastasia and Ava blossom with it, and really I see them shine in the album as my bandmates. I'm proud of them.
And I'm sure the feeling is mutual on their end towards you, Emily. This is just a good group of people getting together to make some good music.
It's a great group when we're all together. I feel like we all it was very positive, like recording the album, and we all like laugh a lot and have a lot of fun together. And yeah, we just all really enjoy working together, and we all enjoy each other's taste in music, and we love playing music. So it's a really purely just enjoyable experience that I'm grateful to share with like-minded people.
Were you surprised by some of the end results of these songs from where they started to how they were put down on the recording?
Yeah, there were a few that I brought in, and like they and then other like all of them I think save a few went through some pretty dramatic changes, like the song Skipping Around. It was originally kind of, I thought more of like a kind of Stevie Wonder kind of Motown feeling song, and then it ended up like totally changing pace and like becoming, and I like how it turned out, but it's yeah, things I feel like definitely shifted around. Like Kisses was another one, a song that was yeah, took a while to put together, but had a whole different message in the beginning, and then shifted to a different message, but like similar feeling. So yeah, I think several of the songs went through some pretty huge shifts until their final form, which I think that has to happen sometimes for them to find where they belong. And yeah, and then some of them I think were like Playing Dumb, the single we just came out with. It was pretty like the demo was there, and then we recorded it, came together very quickly near the end of the album process, of the recording process. So that yeah, it was different for each song, but some really went through a big change.
We kind of touched on this a little bit before though, but the Lemon Twigs produced this album as well as the first one there. Yeah, uh, and going back to the kind of time constraint issue with your guys' schedule and their schedule, do you feel like that kind of had an effect on how this album came out, just in general, just like these different aspects that are kind of out of the realm of like control?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it took the time it needed to take, definitely. Like we needed that time to realize the songs and come into our own with how much we we're playing together as a band and kind of just like find our way, find our strengths. It took the time needed to take, and I think we all feel the same that we're content with that. Like we don't think we wasted any time because we played so much live, especially, and we put in a lot of work and stuff. But yeah, the Lemon Twigs are very, they have um a very demanding touring schedule sometimes. So I am just glad that they had the days open and were so willing to work on our songs, and we could just like say I a lot of the time it was just like I'd wake up in the morning and we'd just hear I would like, be on our group chat and just wait to hear like which song are we doing today, and then like we would just go in. It was like very immediate. So it was kind of like um not a lot of like pre-planning or like kind of overthinking. It was just kind of like, okay, let's find the open windows and let's like get this done and work hard on it. And there were some nights that we were there very late and it was like, oh my gosh, like this is we're and this is we're tired. Um, but yeah, we made it all work, and they're super efficient musicians and producers, and they will try things and like know how to make very decisive decisions. And I think they're just very innovative. They can come up with things quickly and just like be content with it and, move on and like say like this is what you need to fix, like you guys need to be more on pitch, or like, this solo sounds good, like we can move on, blah blah blah. Like they're just like they're very efficient, I feel like. And that was helpful. But yeah, it was fun. But yeah, definitely some days where we just had to like get things done, so we were there late. Like I remember one of my favorite memories from recording was when we were doing Playing Dumb, and there's like the bells in it in the song. And I remember like it was really late and Ava and Michael were like playing the bells and they were like trying to figure it out, and like Anastasia and I were just like sitting there like and it's just like hearing these bells over and over, and they're like, no, that's not it, and like they're trying to do it and stuff. And then it all came together like a little bit. I think it was done the next day after all, because we'd just like been there for too long trying to figure out the bells. But yeah, very memorable, and very, yeah, I'm just really grateful to work with people that I'm inspired by and they make me want to be better.
Yeah,
So that's
definitely.
something I'm happy about.
I believe you're happy about it. I'm on your
Never
side
know for
here.
sure. Yeah.
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 We got that? Yeah.
Okay.
It looks good. Okay. Do you think there's something about working in the nighttime with music, whether it be playing a show or being in a studio or something along these lines? Do you think that has time of day has something to do with it, or not so much?
That's a good question.
Thank you.
I think working at night, there is kind of like a magic to working at night and doing like playing shows at night. That's usually when they happen. Um, I think of myself as kind of a morning day person. I love morning time, but yeah, nighttime is very, especially New York. That's like, it's iconic for its night uh
Landscape.
looks at night. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so beautiful and stunning at night. And actually, just this year for my birthday, I wanted to go to a very tall building, which is a very vague wish, but I just wanted to like see everything because I'd never really been in a skyscraper here in a very long time. So I went to this like very tall building just to kind of look out at night at like the all the buildings in Manhattan, and it's really, I feel like I kind of thought I knew what it would be like, but it's not what I thought. And it's like it's really, I'm kind of getting off topic here,
No,
but
no, no, no,
it's
no.
like,
I'm invested in this. I guess I follow up questions when you're done. Yeah, please.
oh good, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like the lights and the height and just the amount of buildings, and it's just it makes you kind of dizzy, and just like there's so much to focus on, and it's really amazing. It's like looking at like what I imagine looking at the Milky Way when you're in some kind of, desert, no light pollution place. Um, it's pretty stunning. It's amazing. And I think that's one of the most amazing things about New York is how it looks at night. It's
Yeah.
really awe-inspiring, just like seeing like, wow, people built this city. And
Yeah,
It's beautiful to look at. So yeah, I think our experiences in New York have really painted this album. So I feel like yeah, maybe night kind of ties into that, like the beauty of night here. But yeah, I think that a lot of creative things happen that time of day because it's also just like a not the grind of the day happening, and it's kind of like the creative like relaxation part of time.
that's a good way to put it. I like that. Now, what building did you decide on going? I mean, was it the Empire State Building or did you choose something else that was a little
Oh.
smaller than that? Because I've heard that if you go into the Empire State Building, you look at the landscape of New York, you go, there's something missing here because you're in a pivotal part of it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, well, I didn't actually go in that one. That's like a very iconic one to go into, but I just went into, well, we went to, what was it? I don't even remember the name. It was honestly like a restaurant that or bar type thing, and I didn't even get anything really. I think I got like a water or
So
something.
you just snuck in just to look at the scenery.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was my birthday. I mean,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You do get a
and
pass on the birthday. Come
yeah,
on.
yeah,
They can't
I
even
hope
touch you on your
so.
birthday. You could push over a cop car. Come on, it's my birthday. Yeah,
Exactly. You get away with anything that
get
day.
away with anything.
But yeah, it was very high up, and one thing that was kind of creepy was like some of the tiles on the outside part because it was my birthday's in January, so it was pretty cold. It's way up, but it's open, so you just go out and you're way up, so far up, and then like some of the tiles were kind of like shifty, so you would like step and then they'd like kind of shift around. You'd be like, oh my God, this is not what I need. But yeah, I forget the name of the building, but it's like connected to some kind of bar restaurant, and you can just go up and like look, but.
No, that's
Yeah,
good.
just
We
the
shouldn't disclose it
wind.
anyways because you trespassed onto another person's property to do this. So I don't think it's really good to.
I'm fully like going to jail now for something
No,
I
we,
thought.
we I think we're past the statute of limitations on it. We'll be
Okay,
we'll,
cool.
we'll, we'll be all right on that.
Hopefully so. Hopefully so. But yeah, it's really quite an experience. I mean, I recommend to everyone if you're not afraid of heights to do it.
Yeah, that was gonna be my second question. Are you good with heights? Do you are
Hmm.
does it bother you at all?
Good, actually. Weirdly so. I mean, maybe no more than any other person, but they don't frighten me that much.
Hmm. Would you ever want to skydive? Does that ever interest? Would that ever interest you?
I don't think it's interesting to me personally.
And what about the not base jump, bungee jumping?
I did that when I was a child at a child fun center, whatever, kids fun, like where you like get on a trampoline and then you bungee jump. I thought it was fun that time.
Would you ever want to produce an album yourself, to be in that role?
Hmm. I've never even thought about that, but that's that's something to think about. I did take a lot of production classes in college, and I have since kind of moved away from that side of things, but I learned Logic and Pro Tools at one point pretty well. That's something that maybe in the future I would like to do. I feel like I'm more towards the songwriting, but in things of that nature, and just like the playing live, I feel like that takes up so much time with the other work that I'm doing. So that's something I've always wanted to get better at producing, recording. Like I feel like that's something I would like to improve on. But yeah, not something I've thought a whole lot about.
Who would you want to work with in that capacity if you were in the producer
What's your
role?
role? Hmm.
Actually, can you give me one alive and one dead?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
I was very sad to lose that we all lost Sly this year. Um, so I feel like yeah, I love Sly and the Family Stone. I've listened to them so much growing up. And there's a new documentary that came out this year, I think, or maybe recently. I'm not sure. I watched it this year, but it was amazing. And yeah, I love hearing about their process. So maybe like bringing one of their songs to life would be so awesome. if I could even do it justice. I mean, yeah.
But you're a producer, so you're gonna do the job well. We understand that. All right,
Oh my
and now
gosh.
one alive
One
band
alive band
or
to
artist. Yeah.
and or artist that is alive right now.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this band US Girls. Meg Remy is
Meg
the
Remy.
lead of this band, and
That's a heck
she's
of a name.
amazing. US Girls?
Well, U.S. Girls and also Meg Remy. That's a strong name.
It is. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a strong person. Yeah.
Right
Um,
on.
but she is from Toronto. She's Canada based, Toronto based. And yeah, I love her live performance. And yeah, I feel like she would be awesome to work with because she has a really amazing just skill set and voice and ideas. So I feel like it would be really cool to be in a studio with her and see how she works and stuff like that.
And you're plugging in the cables and you're
Yeah,
you're doing
at
the
this
work.
point I would know how the patch bay works and
Again with
yeah.
the lingo, with the lexicon.
Yeah.
Is there a particular album that you enjoy because of the way it's produced? It's not like you don't like the music on there, but it's just however it was produced really
Way
sticks
that
out to
it's
you.
oh my gosh. Oh, that's a tough one for me.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. Recently, I was asked the question, what is my favorite sophomore album?
Oh,
And so I
that's a
was
good
because,
question.
Playing Dumb is our sophomore album.
Hmm.
And so I was kind of thinking about sophomore albums that I really like, and I was listening to well, I think my favorite one, just that's been the most influential for me, is Axis Bold as Love. Like I've listened to that since I was like 13 or 14. Uh,
Whose album is that?
so Axis Bold as Love by Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
That's his sophomore album,
I've
and
heard
that's
of him. He's a new
mm,
guy coming up.
yeah, he's really up and coming. But yeah, I love that album, and I was listening to it because I was asked that question. I kind of revisited it because I listened to it a lot when I was first like learning guitar, and I really wanted to learn his songs when I was first starting, and Little Wing was one of the first ones that it took me a very long time, and I still didn't play it well, but I tried to learn that early on. So I listened to a lot of those songs, like Wait Till Tomorrow. I love that song. So as I was kind of like revisiting that album, I feel like I enjoy the way that it sounds. I mean, I don't think it's like, yeah, I mean, it's a very old album compared to, it was, produced and made so long ago, but I just love how that album sounds, and I love like um I guess I could say I love the production. I don't know all that much about the production process of that album, but I like I like how Little Wing sounds. Like I feel like it has a very warm, like, hypnotic feeling about it, like the way that it was made. And I don't think it's like a very sophisticated, it's like, it's Hendrix, so it's not like he was you know, doing the most sophisticated way of recording, but
Right.
yeah, it's just so like I feel like it shine his talent shines through. The songs really feel great to me, the way
Yeah.
it was produced.
Do you I'm blanking on the guy's name. His drummer, I
Mitch
can't
Mitchell? Or
that's him.
Mhm.
I heard some isolated just his tracks, his drum tracks on some of his stuff. It is really interesting the fills that he's doing. And it's not like it's not there. It's just that I myself wasn't able to really really tap into what he's because it's just like I mean obviously the guitar is the
Yeah.
main component of
Hmm.
these songs. It was really interesting to hear what he was doing in the back. And I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
wow,
Oh
like
my
that's
gosh. He's
super interesting."
incredible.
Yeah. His
Yeah.
his patterns and playing is really interesting.
Really amazing. Well, I think he has like a, jazz background too. So he's yeah, very I always really loved his playing. I have a shirt that my friend our friend Andrew H. Smith, I don't know if you know about Andrew H. Smith. He's opened for the Lemon Twigs before, but he is so funny, and he's like yeah, a great friend. But he makes t-shirts, and I have a shirt that he made that says Mitch Mitchell, jazz drummer playing rock music, and it has like a like question mark, and it's really cute. I love that shirt. But he
Oh,
makes really
that's
cool
awesome.
shirts.
Does he
Yeah,
does he sell them, or is this just kind of like a side gig, a side hustle that he does?
he sells them. I think he has like a website, and you could buy like I think he had like Astrid Gilberto and like
Oh wow.
Brian Eno shirts. Yeah, he has like cool designs that he makes. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
What's his Instagram? Do you know what the Instagram is?
Yeah, let's see, just to be sure. Andrew H. Smith. Let's see.
Just so we can give a little plug here.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any time for Andrew.
Come on. Andrew deserves it.
Andrew, give it up for Andrew. Yeah, it's Andrew underscore H dot underscore Smith. And his shirts that he designs and sells are under ACM headquarters.
Okay, right on. So go check that out if you
Yeah.
just like
And,
good shirts. Right
those are
there.
his shirts. Yeah, he has a whole lot of cool designs on there. The Shags, C.S. Lewis. Yeah, all
Everything that
stuff.
everybody likes, it's there. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay. Right
yeah,
on.
exactly.
Shout out to Andrew.
Hmm.
Um, does the way a song sounds on a recording grab your attention, or are you more kind of paying attention to what the music is bringing itself?
I think
Like some of the
Mhm.
first times like listening to a song.
Yeah, I think that when I'm first listening to a song, I'm definitely not production minded, I think, and that's why I think it was harder for me to think of like an album that I appreciate for its production specifically, because that's not even though I do appreciate that, it's not what I look for off the bat, but yeah, I think I'm more thinking of like the melodies that I hear. The guitar work always stands out to me a lot because that's how I think musically with guitar. So I pay a lot of attention to that. But yeah, it depends, and I think the more I listen to something, the more I want to know about its production and things like that. But more of like the songwriting musical aspect. I learned recently that, and I don't know how real this is, but I think I maybe it's real, I don't know, that Julian Casablancas recorded a lot of the early Strokes songs through like a PV amp, his vocals through that,
Mm.
which I feel like I'd heard that before, but I don't know the exact truth to this statement. But yeah, I mean, there's so much to be delved into production wise with everything that it's yeah, it's amazing to learn about those things. And I think as I get older, I would like to learn more of that aspect because I've been very much on the other side of it and not as much production minded.
And you're gonna start soon, and I can't wait to
Yeah,
hear
I mean,
what you're gonna be
after
producing.
this, I'm just like I gotta get my logic going. I hope it's all working still.
Yeah, I thought
Start
yeah.
pushing
Or
up, yeah.
or Garage Band, whatever you
Whatever
got.
floats your boat, yeah. Yeah.
No, strictly tape with you, right?
Whatever floats the tape, yeah.
Yeah, only the
Oh,
tape.
yes,
Only. Yeah.
yes. It's been only tape recently, yeah.
Yeah, but that's how you do it too. You go, so don't fuck it up. You make it like super like hardcore on the people. It's
Right.
like, you better get this right now. This
Oh,
is
when I'm producing,
yeah,
yeah.
it's already been $1,000 just from this
Yeah.
conversation. Please do it
Yeah, it's just
correctly.
like get it together. Come on.
It's time. Does listening to songs you enjoy inspire you to make music, or do you kind of take yourself out of the creative mindset while putting on an album, or just hearing somebody else's stuff that you like? Or maybe a bit of both.
Yeah, I think a little bit of both maybe because I definitely hear stuff sometimes and I think like, oh, I wish I would have written that or like I wish I thought of that or something. But I love, discovering new songs that I really appreciate the writing or whichever aspect of it. And yeah, I think that with this album especially, we never wanted to be derivative or anything like that, where it's like you can clearly hear like, oh, they're just writing the song to sound like this. But there were
Mm,
definitely times where I listened to certain things and they informed some of the songs. And like some of the songs, like there's one that I heard this song in a record store when I was visiting New Orleans. I don't even know if it was last year or I think it was the year before last. I went there for a wedding and I went to this record store called Domino Records, which is a really cool record store. And the song was playing um, by, and the version of it was Little Anne, which I hadn't really heard much about her. But yeah, it was, and then there's also an instrumental version of the song, and her version of it is "Who Are You Trying to Fool?" and is the name Little Ann, Who Are You Trying to Fool? And I thought it was such a cool song, and yeah, and I thought like, oh, I like what she's how she's singing, and like I just really like this song. So yeah, there were some things where I listened to it, and then I feel like it did inspire me to like write a certain way, like not at all to like copy it or anything, but just like it gave me inspiration. And then listening to some Harry Nilsson last year, I was listening a lot to him, and I feel like that was very inspiring. And I actually visited his grave in when I was in California.
Is he? Yeah, he's buried out here.
Yeah, he's buried near is it Sherman Oaks or he's kind of yeah, close to I'm trying to remember exactly where it was, but it's a graveyard that is, I think near Sherman Oaks or near like Calabasas.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah, he's amazing. And they were definitely, I think more so than not listening to things, I do like to listen to things, and that inspires me a lot.
Hmm. What else were you listening to around this time of playing dumb together? Do you recall some other stuff that was maybe not you weren't inspired by, but it was just on the turntable or
Listening?
whatever? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were all collectively very much into girl groups of like the 60s. That's been a huge influence for all of us. And that was a genre that I didn't really, I don't think fully appreciate as much as I do now. And we listened to a lot of chiffons, or I started listening to the chiffons and Supremes I love. There's a band, The Toys, or a girl group called The Toys, and the Renettes, and we were the Shangri-Las for Halloween last year, and we did a little performance. So that was really fun to like kind of be taking in all this inspiration from girl groups, their harmonies, and then have a chance to like embody it and like play some Shangri-La songs. And yeah, I think it was a lot of girl group influence for sure. And
Yeah.
that was great. And I've been listening to a lot of Todd Rundgren. I've always really liked him, but I think I've given some time to listen to some of his deeper cuts and stuff like that in the past few years. I love Emmett Rhodes. Yeah. Um, there's been a lot for sure. I saw AC/DC this year, so that was really fun. I mean, I'm always listening to them because I just really love them. But that was awesome to see them live. And yeah, yeah, there's been a good array of things, but 60s girl groups probably at the top of the mountain there.
60s girl groups like AC/DC, I understand.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh, imagine that, Brian Johnson.
I'd like to see it.
Two of
I'd like.
them harmonizing in a girl group. That would be something to see. Yeah.
Do you feel like you're more gravitated towards music from the past rather than contemporary music? I mean, if there was a percentage, would the percentage of older music's influence be
Hmm.
greater than more of today's music?
I think so. I think a lot of older music is what I appreciate and gravitate towards. And luckily, there's such a wealth of it that I feel like it never runs dry. Like you can always find stuff from the past. It's like really amazing to delve into artists from past eras and find something new. I mean, it's just as exciting as hearing something current that you like, I feel like.
Hmm.
And yeah, I there are still some new things for sure that I do like, but I think I gravitate towards the older sort of music. There's a actually a really amazing artist that I learned about this year through Meg Remy of US Girls, and her name's Lottie Golden, and she debuted in like 1968, 1969, around then, and she's from Brooklyn and like really cool songwriter, guitarist. And she just performed for like the first time in a really long time. So she's like playing and I'm not sure if her how old she is now, but she's just like a really inspiring woman. Like I really have enjoyed learning about her. And
Right on.
yeah, that's the thing. I feel like there's so much from the past that has come out, and it's like such a great experience to find old stuff and be able to appreciate it still and
Yeah.
keep it playing.
What's a 10 out of 10 perfect album for you?
Oh my gosh, I was thinking about
No
this
skips. It yeah.
10 out of 10, no skips album. Feel like this might be a this is an impossible question. I feel like it's so hard to choose, but I love Songs in the Key of Life with Stevie Wonder. I've always loved that, and I love him so much. So I feel like I could listen to that and listen to him and like never get tired of that album. And I feel like that might be a popular answer, but that's
Hey, that's your answer, Emily.
yeah,
This is
I've loved
you're a
Steve
producer.
since I
You
was
can
a
do
kid.
and say whatever you want.
You're right. I should step into my power. Um,
Please.
but yeah, yeah, I love Songs in the Key of Life. That's a great album.
Yeah, are you able to pinpoint why you love that album so much, or is it just something that it's you can't put your finger on, but you just love it because you love it, and it's kind of impossible to put into
Hmm.
words
Um,
or
I just
keys
feel
of
like
life, if you will.
yeah. It is hard to put into words. I just feel like there's something about his voice and listening to it like brings me back to a time when I was first like discovering music and learning to love it. And I loved like listening to songs in the car with my dad. There's so many albums I feel like I could say like I would listen to that forever on repeat and never get tired of it. But there's something about like Stevie Wonder's voice and just like his inclinations and like his yeah, just like the sound that he creates and just like his you can feel like his love of music radiating through the songs and like just that he plays everything and like he's just such an inspiring figure in music and really has always been there. He's just like comforting to me in a way that yeah, I feel like I could listen to his stuff no matter what, like forever. I'll never get tired of it. So I think that's yeah, I mean I guess that's a little bit vague, but I think it's yeah, I can't pinpoint why. I think it's just like deep rooted. I think I've just been listening to him for so long that it feels like it's part of my life, you know, and
Right.
I'll always appreciate his songs and like him as an artist.
Hmm. Do you think vagueness makes some songs very special? Not maybe not Stevie's in this case, but just like certain songs from certain artists. I don't know why this song is an odd song or for whatever reason, but that's what makes it special.
Hmm. Well, off of that album, I love Ebony Eyes. I love that song. And it has I don't know, yeah, it's kind of like it feel the way that song kind of moves along. It's so different from any other song that I've ever heard, I feel like. And it's so it feels like some kind of like vaudeville like cabaret performance almost, like the way that the beat of the song sounds and it has like this kind of um I don't know, there's just something about that song. It's a little bit of an odd song, I feel like it's not
It's kind of wonky a little bit in
yeah,
some
it's a little
places.
wonky, yeah, but
Yeah.
I love that song. Like I could listen to that song anytime, any day. Like that's such a great song. It just like lifts my spirits, but it's not the most like conventional song, I guess. It's like yeah, kind of odd, but
But it's Stevie's song. So
great. Yeah, of course, yeah.
Tchotchke is opening up for Hunks and His Punks on this upcoming tour, starting like I guess next week. I think is when you
Oh
guys
gosh, yeah, I
start
think it is. I think it is.
from
It's on
today.
um, the 9th of September, yeah,
Night Center. Okay. All
which
right.
is really coming up. Yeah, we're playing very close to my neighborhood, actually. In my neighborhood at this place called Warsaw.
Okay. We'll just it's in your apartment. We'll just say that.
It's in my house.
Well,
I
and
should
it's only fair that some people come into your
right back
house,
there.
you
Yeah.
snuck into, the building to go take a look at the ups.
Right.
That's the way that works. That's New York
Yeah.
for you.
That's just how it is here. Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
Uh, and you've been opening up for some other bands here and there, right?
Mhm.
Leading up to this tour here. Have you been kind of introducing new songs from the new album in these
Yeah.
shows?
Yes, we have been introducing a lot of them. Yeah, we've been playing a fair share of new songs over the past year or so with some of our opening sets, and that's been great to test them out.
Yeah. And do you also enjoy just being in front of another artist's audience and just
Yes.
kind of seeing how they're reacting to it?
Yes, we love doing that. Yeah, it's great to be given that opportunity to kind of get through to a new audience. And I really have enjoyed a lot of the bands that we've opened for in recent times. Like I loved opening for Gossip and The Makeup, and we're so excited to open up for Hunks and His Punks. We can't wait for that. And it's been a while since we've really toured, so it's going to be really special to have a chance to open up for their audience. And it's great that they're reuniting after kind of a long time of not playing together. So
Yeah. Yeah.
very, very grateful for the opportunity to share the stage with them.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. And people should buy their tickets right now if it's not already sold out, you know.
I think there's tickets
No,
available from a
no, I
friend.
think that they're all sold
Oh
out. So
no,
like,
sold. Oh,
I'm just trying
so
to
don't buy
I'm just
tickets.
I'm just trying to move tickets. So if you can even
Oh
get
yeah.
some somehow, I mean, I would suggest and get there early as well. You had to get there early as well, Emily, right? That's like one of the
Me? Oh yeah.
caveats. No, well, not you.
Definitely.
You have to be there. They should be there
Yeah.
early.
Right, right, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
Is it difficult to decide how much of the new songs to like put into a set list? Especially at this time that you got the
Oh,
brand
you're
new
right.
album
That is
coming
a
out.
very that's that's been relevant to our set is like choosing and paring down. We've never really been faced with that as much before.
Hmm.
But yeah, we've been kind of just choosing what we want to showcase and like having some switch outs, like depending on how we feel, like switch out this song for this one. But that's been good. Yeah, and we've been kind of playing around with some of the ones we haven't adapted to the live show. So we're excited to try all those out. But yeah, we're working currently on our set lists that we have for our upcoming shows. We've been practicing it a lot. So really
And
excited.
it's gonna sound good. I can already tell. I already know. It's gonna sound fantastic, and you should get there early to these
Yes,
shows. Of
come on
course.
down early so you can see us play.
Yeah, like I'm talking about like 5 o'clock if doors are at 7. That's what
Oh
I'm talking
God.
about. Four
Yeah, if you
thirty
hang
if you can.
around. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Um, yeah. How do you feel that the album is almost out, and this is finally I don't want to say coming to an end, but finally going to be released to the public in its
It's
entirety.
great. Yeah, I think we're very ready for it to be out there and excited for people to play the game that's part of the album because we have like a game board that's coming with the record, and there was a lot of work that went into creating that game and like the whole idea about the album. So we really just the way we've been putting it is we just want to invite people to play the game, invite everyone into the game, listen to the songs, kind of go through the arc of the album and like experience all of it that we've this world we've created for it together because we really cherish it and means a lot to us. So yeah, I think we're just really excited and grateful, happy, and yeah, it feels like such a long time coming to finally be at this point.
I mean, 2 winters, two
Yeah,
winters,
2 New York winters.
two New
It's
York
no
winters.
joke. Yeah.
Two times of sneaking into a tall building, looking down. I mean, a lot of stuff has happened.
What has happened? Yeah.
But there's gonna be a board game attached to this album.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's fantastic.
Yeah, yeah. Ava designed the board game, and then I came up with a lot of the challenges that are, but I mean, they also helped, but we kind of had our little things to do for the game. But yeah, it's playable, and there's challenges that you can take that are related to each song and like all the lyrics. So that's like a very immersive part of experiencing the album. If you get the record, you can play the game, and there's like little cutouts of us that you choose your player, play in the board game, and yeah. And we're gonna give out little dice at our shows, so little tchotchke dice, tiny dice to roll for the
Oh
game.
man, that's awesome. This
Thanks.
is
Yeah.
this is a whole thing. So if you're not sold on the music, which you already should be,
Oh,
buy
thanks.
it for the board game as well. That's incredible. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a fun process putting it all together, so I hope people will enjoy it.
Two New York winters. Let's just say it one more
Ooh,
time.
wow. Yeah. Exactly.
Um, as we sit here right now, what is your, because I mean this is gonna change obviously, but what is your favorite song off the new album right now?
I've been thinking about this. I love Davide. I feel like that's a beautiful song, and I love the strings on it that I think Brian arranged, and they're played by a lady I've never met, but her name is Caitlin, and she's an amazing strings player. I love that song, and I love Playing Dumb. That's my favorite single, and yeah, I might say Davide currently is my favorite song in the album, but it changes, and I love Playing Dumb. I feel like that's like the anthem, the Tchotchke anthem. So I like them both, but yeah, I like all the songs on the album. I feel like they're near and dear to all of our hearts as a band at this
Right. Ah, awesome. Yeah, what do you want people to get or take away from the songs on this album when when they're listening to them?
I hope that they feel uplifted because I think we tend to write in the kind of silly, positive direction. So I think we kind of just want the songs to feel fun and kind of like a nice escape from the trials of everyday life, hopefully. And I mean, it is like a game. Like we want it to feel like people are playing a game and kind of joining us on our very girly adventure, where we are fully embracing that we are, women. There's a lot of like very feminine threads running through the album, like lyrically. But yeah, I think we just want people to have fun listening to it and enjoy it.
Enjoy it as much as you enjoyed making it.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Right on. Emily, thank you so much for coming back on here. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for asking me again. And
Yeah.
yeah, great to see you. Great questions. And
Thank you. We're gonna use that, but before I let you go, we got some promo to do here because it's a big day today when this comes out.
yes, yes, of course.
So if you're listening to this today and if you're listening to it afterwards, please go stream Tchotchke's new album, Playing Dumb. It's streaming everywhere, wherever people get their music, that's where they could find it. And please go order the vinyl through Hello Merch. And there's actually a bundle up there that you could also order that. That's great. Tons of good stuff up there at hellomerch.com. And yeah, please go and listen to the album. Yeah, I know it's gonna be great, Emily. I loved it the first album. I'm gonna love the second album, the same as everybody
Yeah.
else is.
I hope
Um,
so. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I hope that yeah, people will enjoy listening.
yeah, they will. Trust me, I already know. Yeah, I can feel it. When is that tour starting? It's like next week, I guess.
Yeah, it's September 9th is the first show, and then it's kind of like a week after that, roughly. And it's
Okay.
all East Coast
East
and
Coast. All up and down the East
Canada.
Coast. Oh,
Yeah, it's kind of like east, kind of middle a little, like
East
Toronto.
Middle,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
even
Yes.
better.
Yes. It's all that.
Um, yeah, and so please go to the Instagram at Tchotchke Music to stay up to date with news about these shows and just announcements and whatnot. And orgmusic.com is where people could buy. That's the best place to buy the first album if they don't already have it.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, cool. So yeah, if you don't have that, or if you want to give a great gift to somebody, buy both these albums right now. Um, and yeah, and more tour dates, I'm assuming, coming up and whatnot. You guys are staying busy.
Yeah, we're working on it. So, hopefully we'll have some more coming up, but Hunks and his Punks, those are the main shows we have. I'm excited. Yeah, I can't wait to play with them. It'll be
Yeah,
great to see
fan,
them.
fan, fantastic, fantastic. I mean, Shannon is just
Yeah. Oh my
such a
God,
delight.
she's incredible. I'm so excited to see her play with Hunks. I saw Shannon and the Clams last year, and yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah. Please go back and listen to the episodes with Shannon Shaw after this, and please go back and listen to our first episode, mine and Emily's, because that was also a great episode as well. I think.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those.
I think we did a great job that time, and we did a great job this time. And Emily, I couldn't have done it without you, so thank you so
Oh, thank
much.
you. Yeah, yeah. Very, very fun. Thanks again for
Yes.
asking me
Yes.
to back.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you for the plugs. We're gonna use AI to generate your voice into saying that this is the best podcast.
Yay.
Um, and I'll see you in court about it later on. Whatever, it's fun. Um,
Perfect, perfect.
Emily, thank you so much. I'm gonna stop recording this, and I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
All right.